6 things to get past any nicotine craving. Are cravings stopping you from quitting smoking? Are you one of those people that you think to yourself, if I could just get past the cravings, if I could just deal with the cravings and end the cravings, I could quit smoking easy. It's the cravings that are getting in my way of being successful at quitting smoking. If that is you, this video is for you. If you find this content helpful and useful, please subscribe to my YouTube channel, like and share, and hit the notification button, because I post 2 new videos every week with tips, tricks, and hacks to help you quit smoking for the rest of your life. And it will simply just let you know that I've posted new content for you. I'm also going to put in the description of this video a link so that you can get a free 30-minute phone consultation with me to get yourself on the right track to quitting smoking for life. Please cut and paste that link and set yourself up to get yourself on the right track with that free 30-minute phone consultation. I love doing them. I'm happy to help in any way I can. In one moment, we're going to come back, and when we do, we're going to start at number 6, and we're going to work our way through to the number 1 thing that people do to get past any nicotine craving. See you in a minute.
So the big question is, how do smokers like us beat the odds and quit for life? How do we quit with no craving, no withdrawal, and never ever have a single drag, draw, or puff of a cigarette again? That is the question, and this channel is designed to give you the answers. My name is Ted Bradley. Welcome to the secret to quitting smoking for life.
Great, welcome back. Let's start at number 6. The number 6 reason and thing that people use to get past any nicotine craving at number 6 is exercise. Okay, exercise is a great way to get past a craving. When we have a craving, what's really going on here? Okay, it is mostly, but not totally, mostly mental. Okay, and so what happens is we get stuck in rutted thinking. We have an association between something like smoking and driving a car or having our coffee. And so because we have that association, we think of a cigarette. That drives a craving, which drives withdrawal symptoms, which are physical, okay? So the best thing we can do, one of the best things at number 6 is to get exercise. Why? Because what it does is it forces our mind out of that rutted thinking. It gets us up off the couch and doing something else, okay? There's lots of exercise you can do. You can go to the gym. If you're like me and you're not a gym addict, okay, which I'm not, gym is not for me. You can go for a walk, go for a bike ride, run, put music on and dance. Just move your body. The very act of getting up when you have a craving and moving your body is going to help diminish the craving. Why? Because what happens when we have a craving is we get tunnel visioned and we get stuck. It gets us out of that rut, getting up and moving on and moving our body. Because this is a great thing to remember, okay? Emotion follows motion, okay? If you're sitting down and you're getting a craving and you start to get depressed, I'm having a craving, okay? Get up and move your body. It will lift your spirit and help you get past a craving. At number 5, okay, the number 5 way that people use to get past any nicotine craving is to de-stress. Some people are surprised that this is not higher than number 5, okay, but according to the science and the studies, it is the 5th way that people use to successfully get by a craving. Here's why. As a smoker, we often smoke because of stress. It's called stress smoking. So we have this association between smoking and stress. Okay, so we think to ourselves, oh, I am stressed, so I smoke to relax. So we know, as a smoker, as a former smoker myself, that when we're stressed out and we have a cigarette, we know we feel more relaxed. So we create an association. Okay, so one way to deal with a craving is to de-stress, but don't use the cigarette. If you want more information on stress and cigarettes and what's really happening from a neuroscience point of view, go watch my video on smoking and stress. You'll learn that the cigarette is actually keeping you more stressed. It's not actually what's de-stressing you, but that's for another video, okay? So one way to break the craving is to de-stress. So do something that is not the smoking that de-stresses you. Listen to music. Put some headphones on, put on a piece of music that you love and de-stress. Some people do yoga. Some people's breathing. Breathing doesn't work for everyone. We do know that there is a link between stress and breathing, and people that are successful at de-stressing, their breath always changes. So if that is for you, do breathing. Learn some breathing techniques for dealing with stress. Okay, meditate. Okay, find your happy place is all we're really saying here to de-stress. It could be something that is not on this list for you. Find your happy place and do it. That will help de-stress you so that instead of solving the stress because you get a craving, right, and you get stressed out and solving it with the smoke, solve it with something else is the point, okay? At number 4, the number 4 way people get past a nicotine craving is using a timer. This is one of the most underutilized methods and the one that most people don't even know about, okay? Here's why setting a timer works, okay? Cravings are not static things. They fluctuate and change. They operate on a continuum. They go from strong to weak and they move back and forth. Sometimes all you need to get by a craving is time. Set a timer on your watch for 10 minutes and tell yourself, for the next 10 minutes, no matter how strong this craving is, I will not have a cigarette for 10 minutes. What you'll find most often is by the time that 10 minutes is up, the craving has diminished enough that it's easy to say no to it. Okay, so that's something you can do. Use a timer. At number 3, reach out to a quit smoking buddy. Support, support, support. I cannot stress this enough. This is one of the key ways that we use to help people quit smoking in our program is by having a very intensive support structure, okay? So one of the ways you can do this, if you're quitting cold turkey or on your own using a harder method, what you can do is find a quit buddy, one that's not a smoker, that they know you may call them on a moment's notice to help them get through it, okay? And often they can talk you off that craving ledge and get you to not smoke. So get a craving buddy and use them. Actually pick up the phone and call them. Okay, the number 2 way is choose something or play with something in your hands. Here is why, okay? Because smoking is more habit than addiction, it's still addiction, but it's more habit, okay? What happens is, because we do it so often, hand to mouth, hand to mouth, hand to mouth, hand to mouth, 625 times a day on average, and we develop this rutted thinking, we develop this habit of smoking, we develop things like oral fixations, having something in our mouth or in our hand. So one way to deal with a craving is to give it something else. This method takes a lot longer because we have to change the rutted thinking. Some people use gum, hard candies, they'll chew on a straw or a pen or play with a pen or a straw in their hand, a toothpick. Brush your teeth. Here's why brushing your teeth works. They do this often with people on diets, because when you brush your teeth and you have clean, fresh taste in your mouth, you're not likely to smoke, and it will help diminish and fight the craving. The number one way people get by nicotine craving is actually also the hardest. And in my program, it's the one we work at the most, okay? Because it's actually, if this is the thing you can beat, it's one of the easiest ways to avoid cravings altogether. That is stay away from triggers. The reason why staying away from triggers is because smoking is more habit than addiction, okay? In habit, the trigger is what causes us to think of a cigarette. So for example, if you always smoke when you wake up or go to bed or when you have a coffee or when you're driving your car or going on a walk, before a meal, after a meal, during a meal even, okay? When you have a drink, okay? When watching TV, when socializing, okay? If you're a social smoker, or like we talked about earlier, because you're stressed, because we always smoke every time we have a coffee or we drive, we have an association. So when we're driving, we naturally think of a cigarette. So how do we hack this, okay? Well, there's really 2 ways. It's either don't do the trigger, okay, which sometimes can be done, okay, or do the trigger differently, okay? Change it up. Here's why. It will fool your mind and help you get past the craving. I'll give you the example of when driving, okay? So if you're one of those people that always smokes when you drive, okay, think about how driving works, okay? You're at work and you're driving home, okay? And something bothers you at work and you're focused on what's bothering you at work and you're driving home the way you always drive home every day. And you drive home and you can't stop thinking about this thing at work. You pull into your driveway and you think to yourself, wait a minute, I don't even remember driving home. What you did is you put yourself in a hypnotic trance. Your unconscious mind came forward and used habit to drive you home. Okay, this is what happens when we smoke and have a trigger. We have an association like this. Our unconscious mind just thinks, oh, it's coffee. I usually have a cigarette. I get in my car. I usually light up a cigarette. Okay, so all you need to do is change it up. So drive home a different way than you usually drive. What it does is it forces your conscious mind to participate more. And what happens is that trigger, that association, that rutted thinking or habit isn't as strong. So it's easier to get around the craving. If you always have a cigarette when you drink coffee, change up your coffee. Maybe you go to a different coffee shop. Maybe have a different kind of coffee. Or for example, if you always have a coffee at 8:30, have a coffee at 8:15. Change what you put in your coffee. Maybe it's time to cut down on the amount of sugar in your coffee. Any change that is not typical to your association will help you get past the craving. That is the number one way to get past a nicotine craving. Okay? So hopefully some of these tips were helpful to you and help you get over that edge and get you to quit for the rest of your life. If you still need support, okay, please reach out to me. You will find a link in the description here where you can click on it and book yourself into a free 30-minute phone consultation where I will help get you on the right track to quitting smoking for life. Okay? Please take advantage of that. I give away as many as I can fit into my day. Okay? Also, if this video was useful, please subscribe to my YouTube channel. Like and share the video. Hit the notification button because it will let you know when I post new tips, tricks, and hacks to help you quit smoking for the rest of your life. Blessings to everyone, and I wish you the absolute best.